Welcome back to another edition of Tuesday's Thought. So good to have you as usual. And of course, you know what I'm going to say. I am going to say, have you liked, shared, subscribed, tagged somebody, shared, told somebody, all of that good stuff. Go ahead and share the video as we delve into the subject called No Magic to Monday. Allow me to express my apologies in advance in case there is background noise coming through. There are actually fireworks, literal fireworks, going off in the background just outside me behind this wall. All right, how many times have you ever said, or I'm gonna say have we ever said concerning either something that we wanna do or a goal that we wanna accomplish, something that we wanna achieve, how many times have you ever said, okay, I'm gonna get to it next week. For sure, I'm gonna start that thing next week. I am gonna, change the way I eat. I'm gonna start that diet or whatever the situation is, for sure. Definitely by the end of the month or when the month starts, let me just finish out this month. I am going to start next week. Yep, I'm gonna start it on Monday. How many times have you ever said that? Raise your hand if you have. All right, we have all been there where for some reason we believe if we just give ourselves a couple more days or a couple more weeks, we're just gonna finish out this little season and then for sure we are gonna start something. But I want to submit to you tonight that when it comes to deciding to do something or to change a particular course of action or to start out on a journey, to begin a trajectory, it actually begins with the decision. The moment that decision is made is really when you should start. So the question becomes, why then would you wait for Monday, right? Why would you, and by Monday, of course, that's just proverbial. I could be saying next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, etc. You can fill in the gap, but basically it's connoting this idea that somehow it's a good idea to, okay, let me just wait and for sure I'm gonna start on such and such a time in the future. But I'm challenging that thinking as far as, well, if I've made the decision today, if I've made the decision in the now, why then am I gonna wait? And so the essence of the thought is that your actions really follow where your mind has already been. So once you've made that decision, once your mind is where it needs to be, your actions should follow along. And so why wait for Monday? And I thought about sharing what happens and why it's not necessarily a good idea for us to have this mindset constantly of putting things off. I'm gonna do it next week. I'll get to it tomorrow. There are actually some drawbacks, and I thought about that, and there's a few that I'll share. Now, the first thing is, when you're holding out, you actually are leaving room to vacillate, right? And to question whether it's something that you actually want to do. Now, let me put this disclaimer out there. I'm not talking about hastily making decisions. I'm talking about when you've made a decision, you're decided about something, and through prayerful consideration, particularly if it's something significant, something substantial, right? You know that it's the right thing to do, but for some reason, you're trying to tell yourself, yep, for sure, I'm in it to win it this time, and we are gonna start next week. So the first thing, holding out can actually cause you to vacillate and to kind of get stuck and be undecided between these two opinions. Well, I'm not sure, whether this is what I really want, and so on. And so allowing that time can leave you in a place of limbo. The second thing is when you leave it till Monday, you are setting yourself up for that flame, that motivation, that passion, right? The actual desire to do it. You're setting yourself up for that to fade away. Okay? How many times at the beginning of the year, and I know I'm not the only one, it's the beginning of the year, January, whatever, or maybe even in the few days leading up to the beginning of the year, you're like, yes, this is the year I'm gonna get my gym membership together. I'm gonna be in the gym 3 to 5 times a week. Yes, I'm not the only one. We've been there, saints, we've been there. But you decide, I'm gonna wait till the new year. That fire, that passion, yeah, you go out, you buy the wardrobe, you get, you get your workout attire and so on. The longer it takes for you to actually get into the action of doing what it is that you're setting out to do, the more you are setting yourself up for that motivation, that zeal, that tenacity to actually fizzle up. Why? Because you're, in essence, kind of leaving this cooling off period. Whereas had you said, you know what, it's December 26th or December 22nd, whatever, and I realize that there are some goals that I want to achieve, and I want to get healthier. And part of that is to incorporate exercise into my lifestyle. I'm going to go ahead now. It's December 21st. I don't have to wait till next month, or I don't have to wait till, next week. I don't have to wait till Monday. Let me do this now. So I've made the decision in the now. Now my actions really need to follow. Another reason, what happens when you hold out, you could actually talk yourself out of doing a good thing. And sometimes the talking oneself out is really just a function of our fear, right? It's a function of our uncertainty. It's the result of us being unsure and not necessarily having the confidence in ourselves to get it done. So you will literally rationalize in that moment, from the moment that you've made the decision to when you're waiting for Monday, you'll rationalize your way out of a good thing. And as a result, you will potentially miss an opportunity. You'll miss a moment for what it was that you literally could have ignited and could have started in the moment when you had decided in your mind to do so. And the final thing is when you're holding out, what happens is you're actually wasting valuable time. And what do I mean by that? That's valuable time. For example, I'm going to go back to school, or I'm going to step into a new career. I am going to begin to intensify my prayer life. I'm going to, make sure that my morning devotion is not while I'm running through the door and so on. You are, by deciding, okay, I'm going to do that on Monday, you're wasting, let's say you made the decision on Tuesday that by next Monday, you've wasted Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in a state of inertia, really, in a state of non-movement, non-growth. Those extra 5 days or 4 days literally could have contributed into pushing you forward into what it is that you were trying to achieve. But instead, you've somehow told yourself that, Monday is the day, as if there's some magic, as if there's some golden key that's tied into starting it next week or on Monday or next month, so on. You've convinced yourself that you actually need that extra time. And sometimes, as I said, we're wasting valuable time because we stay in, or in fact, we dig ourselves into a deeper hole in those few days. Let me just stick with the eating, the healthy eating. You're saying, okay, this is my last weekend. I'm gonna pig out, I'm gonna binge, and you literally have wasted valuable energy, time, emotion on pigging out on junk food and snacks because you're setting yourself up. You're saying, okay, Monday is my cutoff day. Why? Whereas if you had decided in that moment, you know what, I'm gonna start eating healthy. Today is Tuesday, and I'm gonna start that Tuesday, or I'm gonna start that Wednesday, you literally would have pushed yourself forward by that extra time. And so by holding out, you are wasting, as it were, valuable time in terms of achieving that goal. So the question is, why hold out? Because at the end of the day, there really is no magic to Monday. Monday will come and Monday will go. You have to make the decision and make the move. Once you've made the decision, once you recognize what needs to be done, You should take action. We have to literally allow the decision to drive us forward. Don't worry about, oh, what am I going to miss out on? No, focus forward. Make the decision and move forward, because there is no magic to Monday. Turn your good thoughts into good actions. An idea is of no value if it never comes to fruition, if it never leaves somebody's mind. And so it is the same. Your good decisions are of no value to you if they never become your good actions, if they never become actions. Now, this thought, this concept of there being no magic to Monday kind of ties in with the idea of procrastination. And I just wanted to share this quote. It said, "Procrastination is a destroyer of blessings. It can rob you of self-confidence, reliability, and personal peace." It can rob you. It's a stealer. It's a thief. Procrastination. When I tell myself, okay, I'm going to get to it on Monday, I'll get to it next week, you have to consider that you are actually depriving your own self, potentially depriving your own self. Now, let me anchor that in a particular text. And the text we're going to go to is taken from Ecclesiastes. We're going to the Old Testament. Ecclesiastes, chapter number 11 and verse 4. And it reads as follows. Bear with me a moment, technological difficulties. It says this: "He that observeth the wind shall not sow, and he that regardeth the clouds shall not reap." Let me get that to you in another translation. It says, "Farmers who wait for perfect weather never plant. If they watch every cloud, they never harvest." Let's just let that soak in for a minute. Let's just let the word of God, let's just allow the word of God to process through our mind. If you wait for the perfect circumstances, wait for that perfect moment, and as I said, I gave you the disclaimer earlier, okay, I'm not talking about, just simple day-to-day things. But if you're constantly waiting for the right setup, the right moment, the right set of circumstances, you may be setting yourself short. Train yourself, condition your mind, and think about it. Even as you're watching this thought, think about where it is or what aspects of your decision making you've actually shortchanged yourself because you said, I'm gonna get to it Monday. And, based on one of those things that I went through, the fire fizzled out, or you just lost motivation, or you convinced yourself not to do it because of your own fears or hesitations, right? I want to challenge us tonight. Shift, retrain, relearn, unlearn how you think, and tell yourself, if I can do it today, don't let me put off until tomorrow, the songwriter said, what I can do today, right? Don't put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Tomorrow, because tomorrow very well may be too late, as the songwriters said. Little plug to the Wyandottes there. Don't put it off. There is literally no magic to Monday. As usual, it is my prayer for you that the peace of God will be with you. I hope that there was something that you could take today for yourself, and that will encourage and inspire you to start now, today. Don't wait till tomorrow. All right, until next time, may the peace of God be with you. God bless you all, and see you soon.